Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's time. So I'd like to call this meeting to order. So good evening, everyone. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So have you taken your summer vacation yet? Have you? Yes? I hope you had a good summer vacation. And in fact, my summer vacation starts tomorrow. And I'm planning to climb Mount Fuji for the first time in 20 years. So please wish me luck. I hope you enjoy the rest of the summer too. So anyway, let's get down to it. So tonight we have 3 guests, 4 guests? 3. 3. Okay, 3 guests. So please welcome Toastmaster Kyle Murtaugh and Mr. Anindia. Thanks for coming again. And Toastmaster Tokuo Nakamura from Pioneer Toastmasters Club. So could you kindly introduce yourself, please? And maybe starting with Toastmaster Kyle.
Everyone, I'm Toastmaster Kyle. I'm based in Scotland, and I'm really excited to be in Japan today, in Tokyo today, my first time, and I'm looking forward to delivering a speech and getting your feedback as well. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. So next, maybe Anindia, please. Could you introduce yourself again?
Okay, thank you. So everyone, I'm in Japan right now, not like Kyle in Scotland. Nice to meet you again. I think I joined the previous Toastmasters class on last month. Yeah, I think 1 month ago. So nice to meet you. And Kyle, by the way, I used to live in Glasgow for 1 year. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Anindia. Okay, and then Toastmaster Tokuo Nakamura-san, could you kindly introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tokuo Nakamura, Pioneer Toastmaster Club. I talked with Naito-san as a recent club officer training. Then he introduced me to the Midtown Toastmaster. It sounds interesting. That is why I joined today. I'm really looking forward to attend the meeting today. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Tokuo-san. So thank you all for visiting our club tonight. And we are very happy to have you all. So please enjoy tonight's meeting. So without further ado, let me hand it over to Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Ichiro Naito.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Rie. I am Ichiro Naito. I will be serving as the Toastmaster of the evening tonight. And we have a very special program tonight. As you can see in the agenda, we have a guest speaker from Glasgow, Scotland, Toastmaster Kyle Murtaugh, who will be delivering us a special speech. So please look forward to that. And that will be followed by a round-robin evaluation session. That means everybody gets a chance to evaluate. So no specific evaluator tonight. Okay, so we have one guest joining, a guest who contacted us 30 minutes ago. Let's wait until this person is online. Hello, Nay, can you hear us? Okay, let me proceed with the role introduction and get back to the guest. So tonight, one of our guests, Toastmaster Nakamura from Pioneer, was kind enough to take 2 roles, a grammarian and wordmeister. So Toastmaster Nakamura, could you please explain your grammarian role followed by the wordmeister role?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. My role is a grammarian. It's to pay attention to the good use of English and provide constructive feedback for improvement. At the end of the meeting, I'll be on the stage once again to present my report. Before that, I'd like to introduce today's word. Today's word is glory. Glory means great admiration, honor, and praise. The example, it is a perfect glory of a day. Or Mr. Otani is the glory of the brand carrier. Today's word is glory. Naito-san, thank you so much. Back to you, I think.
Thank you very much. The word was glory, and I entered that into the chat box. So let's try to use this word as much as possible in your speeches. So I'd like to interrupt for a moment and ask the guest who just joined. Good evening, Nei. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, sure.
Could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Nilen. Nilen too. You can call me Nilen. Currently, I am joining from Yangon, Burma, and I'm really looking forward to learn public speaking and communication skill related knowledge and from this meeting. Thank you so much for having me today in this meeting. Yeah, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have you seen a Toastmasters meeting before?
Yeah, because here we had one Toastmaster class. It is called the Yangon Toastmaster class. Sometimes I had a chance to join the class in our country. Yeah, for sure. Online class. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So let me welcome to our club. Thanks for joining at the last minute. So let me proceed to the next part, which is the introduction of the counter role by Toastmaster Miyawaki and also the timer's role. So please explain these two roles.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Taka Miyawaki, and I'm the counter and timer today. So I'm going to be very busy and I may be very sloppy, but forgive me. So as an counter, I'll pay attention to your speeches and account your clutch words or filler words that are not necessary to convey your message. Okay, so I'll count them and report back to you at the end of the meeting. And also as a timer, I time your speech. Time management is very important to send your message in an effective manner in our limited life. So mind yourself, be mindful about your time management. And I'll show you green. So Kyle, you're going to give us 5 to 7 minutes speech today? Yes, so I'll show you green at a 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark, I show you yellow and red 7-minute, and finish your speech by before 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. In the table topic session, 1 minute green, please keep talking until you see green. Yellow at 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes you see red, and wrap up your speech within 30 seconds after you see the red light. Okay. All right. Looking forward to your speeches. Thank you very much. Back to Naito-san.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Taka. Next is the vote counter. So Toastmaster Rie, please explain your vote counter role.
Okay, as a vote counter, I will collect and count the votes for today's best table topic speaker. So please send me your vote using a chat. So we don't vote for the best speaker and the best evaluator today. So only vote for best table topic speaker. So just practice. Please select my name, Rie Araki, in the chat box, and then send your name, or you can send hello or anything. Just to practice. Okay, thank you. Coming. Okay, so I think everyone is okay to vote. So let me hand it over to Toastmaster Joe Naito.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rie. Next role is the photographer. Toastmaster Stefano, please explain your role.
I think I'm doing it because
Oh,
Emma has a
okay.
bad connection. I'm the
Okay, Toastmaster Dice, please explain your role.
I'm the photographer for the day. I'll be taking snapshots during the meeting and also of the group at the very end. And we'll be using it for our Facebook site. So if anyone doesn't want to be on the Facebook, please let us know later and we'll make sure we'll wipe you out from the picture. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dice. Now we will move to the next part, the prepared speech portion. And the first speaker tonight is our special guest from Glasgow, Scotland, Toastmaster Kyle Murtagh. And Toastmaster Kyle Murtagh is working on becoming the world champion of public speaking, and he would love to get your feedback on his speech. So as I mentioned, there is no specific evaluator assigned to this speech, and he would like you all to give him a feedback, a 1-minute feedback after this speech. And that's called a round robin speech. So let's hear his speech first. The title of his speech is "That is Why You Fail." That is why you fail. Toastmaster Kyle Murtagh.
You've heard of Star Wars. I want you to unmute and shout as loud as you can, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Well, you know, Star Wars can teach you how to succeed. And it can also show you why you fail. Picture this. In a galaxy far, far away, there is a hero called Luke Skywalker. And he's getting trained by his wise mentor, Yoda. During their training, Luke's spaceship, which today we'll say is this chair, starts sinking into a bubbling, sickening swamp. So Yoda says, "Here's the Force." Yeah, that was meant to be Yoda. Anyway, Luke gives it everything he's got, and the spaceship starts going up and up and up and drops back into the swamp. Luke yells, "I can't do this," and storms off. Yoda shakes his head and then channels the Force, and the spaceship goes whoosh and moves to dry land. Luke rushes over and says, "I can't believe it." Yoda looks Luke dead in the eye. And you know what he says? "That is why you fail." Friends, don't worry. In the next 5 minutes, I will not be moving anybody's chair. But let me ask you this. If you, like Luke, have ever said, "I can't," but actually, have you ever said, like Luke, sorry, "I can't," when actually you can? If you have, please raise your hand. Yeah, me too. And often the reason we say, "I can't," is hidden in our past. When I was 13, I was painfully shy. So shy, I'd often stay. Yet, I did love soccer. So I played for a local team. And one day, in our changing rooms, as I was quietly changing my shoes, a teammate said, "Kyle, can you even speak?" 40 piercing eyes stared at me. And before I could answer, another teammate said, "Of course he can't." And the room erupted into laughter. And then everyone moved on. But I didn't move on. After those words, "Of course he can't," my self-belief starts sinking, as I believe those words are true. Ever let someone's words sink your self-belief? The problem is, if your belief keeps sinking, you end up in a sickening swamp. For years, I avoided socializing, avoided sharing my ideas, avoided speaking up. Why? Because I carried those words. I still carried that can't. Then when I turned 20, I got a chance to get out of that swamp when I found the force. See, I faced the toughest challenge known to humankind. Table topics. My first question. Kyle, if a zombie apocalypse happened in Scotland, where would you go, big man? I said 2 words. The pub. Back in my swamp, I felt a wise hand touch my shoulder. "Hello there, Jim. Nice try with a table topic, son. Next time, aim for 3 words." I said, "Thanks, Jim, but I can't do this." And I swear Jim transformed into a Scottish Yoda, looked me dead in the eye, and you know what he said? "That is why you fail. Let go of your can't." And then he said, "So, see you at our next meeting, or maybe in the pub." And then he left. But he also left me with clarity. I had to let go of my can't. So every day I worked on it. Whenever I thought, you can't talk to them, what did I do? I introduced myself. Whenever I thought, you can't share that idea, what did I do? I shared it with Jim. Whenever I thought, you can't speak in public, well, you get the point. And slowly but surely, my self-belief went up and up until one day I realized I can speak. Sometimes even better, after drinking with Jim. What can't are you carrying? Carrying your can't, it's like sinking in a swamp. But when you let go, you find supportive people. When you let go, you discover your hidden powers. When you let go, you no longer let your past dictate your future. So if you are willing to let go of your can't, unmute and shout as loud as you can, yes.
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 Yes, Mr. Toastmaster.
Yes.
Okay, let's give him a big round of applause. Toastmaster Kyle Murtag. That is why you fail. Great. Okay, now, as I mentioned, instead of the 1 minute for silence or the evaluator, he asked us to ask everybody to provide feedback within about 1 minute. So I'm going to ask the timer, Toastmaster Miyawaki, okay, could you show us the yellow sign at 45 seconds and then show the red sign at 1 minute? Okay, so Toastmaster Kyle, are you ready to start hearing the feedback?
Yeah, just to clarify as well, I put a form in the chat, a link in the chat. I would be very grateful if people could click on that and fill out a short form at some point as well. That would be tremendous.
Okay, everybody please click and open the chat box, and there is a URL. So if you think of any comments after this meeting, you can always enter the comments and send it to him. Okay, so would anybody like to start giving some comments? And I'm sure he will appreciate hearing more about areas for improvement. Anyone? Okay, in that case, may I start? Okay, well, Toastmaster Kyle, congratulations for the speech and your glorious moment of overcoming that can't in your mind. So what I really liked is you took a subject that was familiar to everybody, the Star Wars, and I'm sure the scene that everybody remembers. I like the way you use the expression and the distance, moving back and forth, moving from side to side, and giving us a big smile from time to time. I think I can really relate to the story, and you capture the moments quite well. I like the way you inserted the pause. One item that I was concerned a little bit is if this were a contest, I think there's a rule that you cannot disappear from the screen. I think you will be disqualified unless part of your body stays within the camera. So if this were standing on the stage would be all right. If it's an online, that's something that need to be careful with. So those are my comments. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, yes, Toastmaster Kasia.
Hi, everyone, and Kyle, congratulations for your wonderful speech. And I'm a big fan of Star Wars also. So the way when you're talking about that scene, I could really picture that scene, Yoda and Luke Skywalkers. So I like the way you do the gestures and move around to show how things goes, and to explain about the concept of can't, the negativity won't create anything proactivities. That's very good way you explain. The way you explain is very efficient. And good luck on your speech contest, and may the force be with you.
Okay, thank you. Great ending of your evaluation. Okay, who's next? Anyone, anything, even a guest. Okay, and India?
Hi, Kyle. Thanks for your speech. I think it is very great to hear the speech. It's very engaging as well as other Toastmasters said. Overall, I agree with others. I think everything's great. But one concern for me, if you have the online contest, probably it is about your mic. Sometimes I feel it is very far from the mic. Even you like to have some expressions, bringing up the chair and bring it down again. In some moments I couldn't hear the voice clearly. So if you can use the microphone that touched to your like clothes or your body, it will be better. It will be clearer for the audience. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you for that feedback. I should probably state that I'm intending the contest to be in person, so that's why I'm further back. That's why the lighting's not so good, the sound, just to clarify that. But that's a great point for when if in case I have to do it online. So thank you for that.
Okay, thank you for your comments as a guest, and somebody who is not a Toastmaster brings a fresh perspective. Okay, anyone else? Don't miss your chance to provide feedback to a future world champion of public speaking.
Okay, Naito-san, may I? I'm
Sure.
tired, but I'll try to make it within the 45 seconds. Kyle, thank you very much. Great speech. I liked your liveliness, your power, energy, all that. Really loved it. Yeah, I wanted to mention about the microphone, but it's not a problem for you. Probably the drama happens in your Yoda part is very important for you to set up the story, but the drama really has to happen in your locker room and also with your friend. So I think the volume of the entire story was more weighted more in the Yoda story, but somehow we wanted to hear more how you felt, what you thought in when you're talking to your friends. So I kind of wanted to see more drama in there. My impression. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Taka. Okay, who else? Yes, Toastmaster Dice.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for fabulous speech. I really loved it. I just happened to watch newer episode of Star Wars, all the variations last night. So it was really like a really nice coincidence. I think everything I wanted to say was already mentioned, which is the disadvantage of going last. But if anything, yeah. So as Miyake-san just mentioned, this is three parts. There's the Yoda story, then you have the locker room story from your youth, and then I think the more recent one is it a, so this is the part where I was a little bit confused. So is it a Toastmasters meeting, or it probably is, but maybe that was not clear, whether it was taking place in a pub or in a meeting or something like that. But yeah, overall, I really loved the how you brought it back to the Star Wars story and used that keyword "can't," over and over again. Good luck with your good luck with the contest.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Stefano, because his connection is bad, he entered comment in the chat box, so I'm going to just read it out. A very engaging speech. You attracted our attention by asking us to unmute. Great use of the stage and vocal variety. I loved the part where you talked about your table topics experience. Sorry, I can't think of any good improvement points now, but we'll think over this in the following days. Thank you for the speech. Feedback from Stefano. Thank you, Stefano.
I just want to say thank you for all the feedback. I really do appreciate everybody contributing in that way. And if you could take a minute at some point to fill out the form, there's some specific questions in there. I'd love to get your answers on those. But thanks so much for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, can I move to the next part? Anybody has any feedback? Okay, let me move on to the next speech. Okay, Stefano, do you think you can do your speech? Okay, he's currently trying to upload it to 2 YouTubes. So would it be possible to skip my prepared speech portion and move to the table topics session? Okay, technical issues. So we will do that. Okay, would people like to take a break or just continue? Any comments?
We can continue.
Okay. So no objections, we'll continue and go on to the table topics portion. So let me go to the table topics, and today's table topic master is Toastmaster Atsushi Katsuya. Toastmaster Katsuya, please take over the table topics.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naito. I'll be a table topic master. My role is to deliver the table topics portion of the meeting, which help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts in an impromptu setting. And I prepared 4 topics, but I don't know. I'm not sure how many table topic speakers will be today. 3?
It'll be at least 3. I think we have plenty of time today.
We have a plenty. Okay. The first table topic will be, what is your most memorable event during this summer? I try to make it as much as easy as possible. What is the most memorable event during this summer? Okay. And the first speaker will be Aninda, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So thank you very much, Toastmasters Kasia, for giving me the chance of this. My most interesting events during the summer. So it was like around 3 weeks ago. I came back from my office and then I felt of headache. So I suddenly I decided to go to the drugstore close to my house. And then I tried to buy the Itamidome, the painkiller and the fever medicine. And then I came back to home and then I tried to test for the COVID. And I waited around 30 minutes. The result was positive. It was really amazing. It was my first time because I vaccinated for 3 times basically. And I don't know why. That day was very different day for me. It is just like new experience. I called the government, like the COVID center. I live in Kawasaki, so I called Kawasaki COVID center, and they said, so you just stay at home. You cannot come to the hospital because you are having fever. So just stay at home for like around 3 days. If in 3 days your fever doesn't come down, please call again, and then maybe we can send you an ambulance to bring you to the hospital. But if your fever is getting better, so you don't have to come to the hospital. And then it is great because after 3 days, my fever is kind of like decreasing, and then but my coughing started. So that experience is really new for me, and it took around 1 week to recover from everything. And then by the 7th day, I went to the test center, to the PCR test center, and finally I got negative for that. So that's my best experience during this summer. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your best experience during the summer. Okay. So my next table topic will be what would you like to do if you have superpower, like you can fly or you can do extraordinary thing that human beings doesn't have? What would you do? Or let me rephrase. What kind of power would you like to have? What kind of superpower would you like to have? And my next The next speaker will be Nei-san, please. Nei-san.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yeah, of course. I used to dream a lot when I was a child, like in order to be able to fly on the sky, because I had to see a lot of flies crossing upon my house, and so at that time I did not realize why this aeroplane was able to fly over on the sky. So at that time I used to think, oh, that was great if I could able to fly without need to worrying about like that traveling by bus or transportation or by ship. So that like the reason is that I'm really have been interested and in order to travel around the world, and so if I'm able to if I have the power, the superpower, flying without any restriction from one place to another, so that I can travel around the world without needs to worry about, without needs to causing like different kind of expenses, and then it is very obvious that if even though we are able to travel from one place to another, maybe like the aeroplane or ship on bus, but there's a lot of the unexpected incident like the difficulties, and so if I have the superpower like flying over without need any kind of assisted technical issues, and so that it makes me really like the excited and then fulfill my desires to meet with different kind of people, to learn different kind of culture from around the world. And yeah, that is one of the aim my desires to have a superpower like that, flying on the sky. Yeah. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. If you believe, you can. So believe in your fourth. I can't get it off from my head, the Star Wars thing. Okay, thank you. Anyways, do we have more time? Okay. My third question will be, what would you do if you could go anywhere you want? Where you want to be if you could go anywhere you want in a second? And why? Please explain why. And the speaker will be Toastmaster Nakamura-san. I'm kind of hesitant to ask you the question because you're so veteran.
Yes, thanks, Kasaya-san. Yeah, thanks so much. Again, I meet with you and Shiori again. Thank you. So the question is, what do I
Where
go?
would you want to go?
Yeah, I think the time difference. I think the Roma era, since the Roman Emperor's era, more than 2,000 years ago, maybe 3,000 years ago.
Oh.
So that's not this era. That's back to the 2,000 years ago. I watched the Netflix, the Roman Emperor. The create the city, create the culture. That is the initial. Then I want to move to the back to the. I want to transfer the time and place 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Then I want to learn something new era of the what kind of culture happened, occurred. Then I think so like the Alexander, King of Alexander was a guy or some era. I want to meet the king of the Roman Empire, some Kaiser something. Then the shake hand. I hope that it's back to you, Kasaya-san.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nakamura, for sharing your wonderful imaginary ideal dream of trip. Okay, do we still have a time? Great. Let's see. My next question will be, which side would you take? Light side or dark side? If you can choose, and why? I know you did your main topic, but Kyle?
Star Wars really left an impression, huh? You know, a lot of people would immediately dive to the light. They would say, you know, I would like to be in the light side of the force. I'd like to be the good guy or the good girl, always being kind and well for others. But I think we have to take this metaphor of light and dark and actually apply it to the real world. And you know and I know that the world, life, is not always full of sunshine and rainbows, isn't it? You know, it's not always nice to you. People don't always say nice things. Bad things do happen. And sometimes positivity isn't quite enough to push through. I'm an ultra marathon runner, so I run long races. In June, I ran a 100-mile foot race. And let me tell you, at mile 94, I was in a terrible way. I had blisters the size of mountains on my feet. I had chafing under my arms. My feet felt like they were breaking. Every muscle in my body was spasming like this. And in that moment, you don't think, oh, I'm gonna do it. Everything's gonna be fine. This is gonna be great. No, you've actually got to kind of go more into the darkness, and you've got to think more about, you know, things that have happened to you in the past, things that people have said, things that caused you pain, and then actually use that almost as a fuel to fire you up, to pump you up, to push you through. And then when you get back to that more positive place, then the positive thoughts of, I will do this, I'm going to make this, they come around. What I'm saying is, in life, we need that balance. We can't just tap into that good energy all the time. Sometimes we need to embrace the darkness because it gives us some power and gives us that boost to get to where we want to go. So I would be a mixture of light and dark. My lightsaber would probably be orange. Back to you.
Thank you, Kyle. That is an ideal answer. But we shouldn't underestimate the power of the dark side. Okay, so I hope it's getting late. Do we still have time? Can we go one more personal word? Shall we stop?
We have time. If you have one more question.
We do have a time. Let's keep going. My next question will be, if you find a wallet on the street, if you find a wallet, somebody dropped the wallet, and if you found it, what would you do first? The speaker will be Taka-san. Oh, his timing. Should I change to?
Okay. Somebody else can do the timer.
Okay, Taka-san.
He volunteers. Timer. Okay, Dice. Thank you.
Thank you, Kono-san. What would you do if you found somebody's wallet on the street? What would you do first? Your first reaction.
My first reaction, thank you very much. Okay, if I find wallets on the street, what would I do first? Okay, so you're interested in my first reaction.
Yes.
Not the subsequent reaction.
that's-
The subsequent reaction will be I just take it to the police station, right? So, but what's my first reaction? Okay, my first reaction, and then this lucky thing never happened to me in my whole entire life. Never found a wallet. Never found a bag full of cash. Never happened that to me. So I can only imagine, but well, what would I do? Okay, there's a wallet on the street. I would probably just, pass by first. Like, okay, well, okay, somebody drop it. I don't want to be seen as like, just pick it and then run away. So I'll probably just, pass it by and look around and, make sure the person who dropped it is not watching me. If I can catch somebody who actually dropped it on the spot, I'll just tell them you dropped it. It's there. I don't touch it. Just to be careful. So I'll probably just pass it by. And then if I don't see the person who dropped it, I'll pick it up. Would I check inside? That's another question. Would I check inside the wallet? I'll probably do. Yeah, because I, just wanted to understand, well, confirm who this wallet is, belongs to. So, okay. So, okay, let's look, review my reaction sequence. I first pass it by and look around for look for the person who dropped it. If I don't find the person, I pick it up and check the inside and bring it to the police station. So that's my sequence. But again, unfortunately, never happened to me. So I'll remember that drill when it happens to me in real. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Your force is balanced, I think. All right. Okay. Can we keep going, or?
I think we can finish here.
Oh my God, we have a lot of time because we didn't have a Stefano-san's speech. Okay. My next question will be: are you a cat type of person or dog type of person, and why? Do you prefer dog or cat, and why? Toastmaster Araki-san.
Thank you. Because I prefer dogs over cats. I think I'm a dog person. It's not because I'm faithful or anything, but I just I'm a dog person, I guess. The reason why, I don't know, but I think dogs are more friendly. I am a bit stereotyped, but I might be stereotyped, but I think dogs are more friendly, and I always want to be friendly to others and my friends. So that's why I like dogs and I want to be a dog person. But I sometimes want to act like cats, like do whatever you want, whenever you want. So some like, act freely. So, so my conclusion is, I think I'm a dog person, but I want deep down, I want to be act like cat too. It's a kind of difficult question, but yeah. my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. When you talk about a deep inside of your mind, your cat side all of a sudden comes out. That's very interesting. Anyways, thank you for your instant great speech. Let's see. Do we still have time?
I think we can finish now and go on to the timers report.
Thank you. That was really interesting experience for me. Thank you. My first time table topic master. Thank you. Back to you.
No, please ask for the timers report.
Please, the timer report, please.
Yes. Okay. So let me report, including Kyle's speech time too. So Kyle's speech was 7 minutes and 14 seconds. The ending of the speech was a little bit vague. But I actually timed from the first word until the last word. Table topics: a ninja, 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Nay, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Tokuo-san, 1 minute and 14 seconds. Kyle again, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Me, I just skipped. Oh, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you. And Rie, 1 minute and 28 seconds. Everybody did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miyawaki. And back to you, Table Master, Mr. Naito.
No, it's your role to ask people to vote. First of all, please declare if everybody is eligible or not.
Oh, okay. Everybody's speech is eligible. Congratulations.
Okay, please ask people to vote.
Okay. And I'd like you to vote one person you think the best table topic speaker.
Okay, please select Rie Araki in the chat box and enter the name of the person. Only one person.
Thank you.
Okay, and while people are doing that, please pass the control back to me.
Okay, I'll get back to you, top table master.
Toastmaster of the evening.
Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Toastmaster Naito.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kasuya. Okay, Toastmaster Kyle, I understand that you have to leave in about 5 minutes. Is that right? Okay, well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for coming to us, and to Stefano for inviting him to this meeting. Thank you, and good luck in the contest.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You've got a lovely club, and I'd love to come back sometime.
Okay, thank you, and I will send you everybody the feedback URL later in case you want to send some comments. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. At this time, I'd like to take a 5-minute break. So let's come back at it's 7:31. At 7:31, 5 minutes from now. Okay, so let's. Is everybody back? Hope everybody's back here, so we can start. Okay. Okay, Stefano, if you can hear me, thank you, and let me play the video. So back to the prepared speech portion, and the evaluator of Stefano's speech is Toastmaster Rie Araki. Please explain the speech objective.
Okay. And the speech objective of Toastmaster Stefano's speech is to present a speech about a time when being a protege and to share the impact and importance of having a mentor. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay, thank you very much. So the speech time is between 5 to 7.5 minutes. So Toastmaster Stefano Spillo, title of the speech is what's the Toastmasters mentoring. Toastmasters mentoring. Toastmaster Stefano Spillo, and I'm going to play the video. Okay.
My speech might not be the most conventional speech that you'll be hearing for this type of project. If I have to hear Toastmasters International's mentorship program, I was protege for this house is becoming mentorless. Although my mentor was a great guy, unfortunately, after I joined the club, he left the club due to family reasons. And back then, the club was undergoing a lot of changes, and I was presented with opportunities to help out with club officer roles. So mentoring ended up being put at the bottom of my priority list, unfortunately. Although this might not be how Toastmasters views mentoring, this does not mean that I am not a protege and that I haven't been able to benefit from mentoring experience. I would like to argue that not having had a single mentor was a good experience for me. This was the best blessing in this of a mentor. The single concept that I like to convey in this speech today is to treat every Toastmasters interaction as a mentoring experience. Let me repeat that. Treat every Toastmasters interaction experience as a mentoring experience. Toastmasters has so many members with different levels, and no matter how good you are in certain areas, be it speaking or leadership related, you are almost certainly guaranteed to meet someone who, with more experience, who underwent the same path years ago. The converse is also true. You might have started only a few months ago, but you came across members or guests who do not even know what Toastmaster is. You'll always be mentors and proteges at the same time. And that is something that I consider to be fascinating. I'd like to share with you my recent story as a protege. As some of you may know, I'm the area director role this year. An opportunity that came up recently as part of this role was the organization of the club officer training, the COT. And I see here that a lot of our club's officers attended, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining that event. But just like any great learning experience, the journey wasn't the smoothest. I was traveling on the day of the COT, and I was extremely worried about the quality of the connection. We had called a special speaker, but I was worried whether he would turn up. There were a lot of ifs that added to my worries. And my other worry was the worry of speaking in front of a big crowd. I have this bad idea of worrying about a lot of things, and the club officer training was no exception. Who saved me in my time of need, though, was the help of our Division J director, who some of you may know, acted as a great mentor and helped me overcome my worries. Given the issues with my connections and my travel fatigue, it would have been much easier and smoother for my role to be reassigned to someone else. But he didn't give up on me, a gesture that I really appreciated. So before the event, we sat down together and he helped me draft a list of scenarios and suitable contingency plans. And magically, I was a lot of my worries gradually vanished. There were some hiccups and a lot of improvement points for me, but I was very happy that I got to participate at the event. Turns out that a lot of my worries stem from the fear of uncertainty about not knowing what to do. These were all solved by some form of rational planning. This leading by example lesson was a valuable lesson that helped me learn how to overcome some of my weaknesses, something that I would like to work on in the upcoming months, years. Mentoring is arguably one of the most important learning tools in Toastmasters, but don't constrain yourself. Every interaction here is a wonderful learning opportunity. We are all proteges and we're all mentors, so let's all learn together. Thank you for listening, and back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay. Thank you very much, Master Stefano, for your impromptu action to make this possible, overcoming a technical issue in such a short time. Okay, let's have the 1 minute of silence. Toastmaster Taka, please measure 1 minute.
Okay, it's time.
Okay, thank you. Please report the time of the speech.
So I didn't time it.
Okay, so it was 5 minutes and 27 seconds according to the to the figure in the video.
5 minutes?
27 seconds.
27, thank you. 27. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Stefano. Right, now I'd like to pass the control to the okay, so since there's only one person, we don't have any voting, although if we were to vote, he would have been eligible. So I'd like to now pass the control to the general evaluator. General evaluator today is Toastmaster Dice Kono. Toastmaster Dice.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. I'm the general evaluator of the day, and I will conduct the evaluation session, which consists of 3 parts usually: the speech evaluation, the reports from the various role takers, and my general evaluation about the entire meeting. So first, it's the speech evaluation, but I'm just wondering, evaluator is Toastmaster Rie. Are you ready? I know we just heard the speech, so.
You can just change the sequence.
Or you want a little bit more time?
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, then please come up to the virtual stage and give us your evaluation of Stefano's speech.
Hey, Toastmaster Stefano, thank you for your speech, and I think it's very well structured, and the story, the topic is about mentoring at Toastmasters, and I think you've succeeded in explaining how being prodigy and being a mentor is very important in being a Toastmaster. And I think the story is very relatable, and you've gave us some examples, so it's easy for us to understand what mentoring and prodigy means. And I found a couple of points for improvement today. Maybe when you explained your interaction with your mentor, maybe you could make it into a dialogue, so your speech will be more lively. And you said you have a strong message at the end. Interaction at Toastmasters Club is important, and we can all be mentors and prodigies. I think it's a strong message, so you can probably bring it in the first part of your speech, and then you can repeat it at the end, so to attract the audience attention more. So I think those are the points I think you could improve. Otherwise, I think it's I couldn't, because maybe my internet connection wasn't so good. I couldn't see your gestures, or it's moving so slow. I was able to hear your speech, but I couldn't see your facial expressions well. So maybe but I think you done it quite well, but I would like to see more gestures maybe. So if you make the part into if you include more dialogue into your speech, maybe there will be more gestures and different variations of the facial expressions. So that's it. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Kono.
Okay, thank you very much for that evaluation, Toastmaster Araki, in very short time. Thank you so much. All right, let's. Can we get the time report for the evaluation?
Yes. Toastmaster Araki, the evaluation time was 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Well within the time limit.
Yeah, so that's if we were to vote, that would be eligible for voting.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Right, well, let's move on to the role takers reports. Starting with the grammarian and wordmeister. Maybe you can do the report together. Toastmaster Nakamura.
Hi, Konsa, thanks so much. First of the grammarians, I think that Kyle has a lot of the good work. I'm non-native speaker, that was I'm learning a lot. Then the first thing that I was painfully shy, he said. I didn't use the painfully, but he said, I was painfully shy. Also start thinking, keep thinking. This is a good thing. Start thinking, keep thinking. Also avoid sharing the idea. Then he said, discover your hiding. Then after that table topics, he said dark and light, mix. I think he said mix something, mix feeling, or mix of the light and dark, he said. Then I think he said a lot of things. Then the Taka-san is, I think the pass by, he pass by. Also, would you check inside? Would you check inside when he pass something? Drop something. Oh, this I check. Also, DA-san said, act freely and deep down inside the heart, I think. Also, this is a good thing. Also, she said, well constructed when he evaluated. When she evaluated, I think. Also, the Kasuya-san, a lot of table topic masters. He mentioned a lot of wonderful, something great, then it is good. Then the move to the word of the day. I mentioned the glory, but I think I can catch the glory of the word. Nobody use glory instead of the. Oh, that's a nice 1 minute. Sorry, nice sound. You said one. Sorry.
I used it once.
Very sorry. I couldn't catch it. Anyway, nice sound you say glory. When other people say that great or good or wonderful, then I hope you use some other word like the rather than good and great, something you can imagine. I hope. That is back to the Toastmaster. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nakamura. And finally, the counter report from Toastmaster Miyawaki.
Yes. So today, everybody did a wonderful job. Especially Kyle's speech was very well practiced. And table topics, everybody did a very good job. I just noticed that Nei and Tokuo-san both does Dragon Wars, and I think you drags at the last part of the word. That's did a little bit distracting. So try to make it chop your words.
Thank you.
To make it sharp. Also, Ria-san used I do that too. I call it several times. So those are the improvement points, and it works for everyone. That's it from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Miyawaki. And that's it. So general evaluation for the entire meeting. So let me just start at the beginning. I believe we started slightly behind schedule. I remember maybe 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So I think at the beginning, the president can actually just, at least when we pass the scheduled time, proactively either start or at least announce that it will be X minutes late because we're waiting for a guest or whatever. But otherwise, you don't have to wait, and you could just go ahead and start. Okay. Guest intros. The president introduced everyone, and I think it was also very thoughtful that the Toastmaster of the evening introduced the guests that arrived late. So that's I think a very good practice. And finding that timing is also always very difficult, but it's kind of like an art. But Toastmaster Naito really did it very very well. The round robin actually was, I think, was also very well organized, and thanks for putting this meeting together in that format. Overall, to the table topic session. So congratulations, Toastmaster Kasia, for conducting your first table topics session. Overall, I think it was really smooth. Your comments to the table topic speeches were very concise, and I think it's important because you want more to hear more from the speakers and not from the table topic master. So that's really good. I think it would be helpful if you explain the purpose and the rules at the beginning of the session for people who may not be familiar, especially as today we have many guests. There will be varying levels of understanding. So what is table topics about? It's about impromptu speech. Then you have the 1 minute, 1.5 minute, 2 minutes explanation. That I think would help the uninitiated. And maybe today was okay, but you might want to ask the guest if they're comfortable doing it, because sometimes we have shy people who are guests who may not want to, speak in front of the group yet. And that's perfectly okay too, right, as a guest. So just to kind of sound them out before you actually appoint them. That might be a good practice for guests, especially. Okay, so otherwise, in terms of role takers, just go very quickly. Toastmaster of the evening, very smooth, very professional. And also we had a lot of technical issues today. So I think it was handled, the flexibility of the way it was handled was really great, like bringing the speech to the back, and trying to, play the video and so forth. So very well handled. The evaluation, So again, this was irregular because it was a video. I also had difficulty hearing the speech, to be honest. But given the limitations and the difficulties, I think you did a great job. And also, you had to do the evaluation right after you heard the speech, which I really hate, all the time. But given that constraint, you did a very good job, and I think you hit the most important points about it was a little bit monotone. You want to have more, sort of body language, and so forth. Okay. Otherwise, the grammarian also very comprehensive report. Thank you so much. You picked up a lot of the words that were mentioned. So yeah, all in all, really an irregular meeting, with I guess is he a champion speaker or a very experienced guest speaker, round robin, technical difficulties, and all in all, we're kind of ending pretty much at where we at the time we intended to. So thank you so much, all of you, for your active participation. Back to the table, the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Naito.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Dice, for a great general evaluation session. So now I would like to move to the most exciting part of the evening, the award presentation. So Toastmaster Rie, I have sent my vote at the last minute, so please make sure you count that. Okay, are you ready to announce the winner?
Yes.
Okay, so please announce the winner.
Okay, so tonight's best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Kyle Murta. He's not here, but congratulations.
Toastmaster Kyle, yes, we sent, let's send him a memo that he was the best table topic speaker. And he talked about the light side and the dark side, and he mixed it, and he wants the orange. Okay, so now this is the end of the meeting, so I'd like to pass the control back to the president, Toastmaster Rie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jiro Naito. So thank you for everyone for attending tonight's session. So before we close the meeting, is there any club business announcement from anyone? Oh, okay. Kono-san.
Okay, just one quick announcement on behalf of Toastmaster Mashiro, who is the treasurer. So the fee collection period will be starting soon. The next one would be end of, I think it's October, right? So September is the start of the collection period. So Toastmaster Matsura will be sending the usual email to ask people to pay their fees. So just wanted to remind people that's coming.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yep, thank you.
Any other announcements from the club?
I think Stefano wrote something in the chat.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, next
meeting. Okay.
September 1st. Oh, okay.
It's a short lunch meeting. Okay, thank you, Stefano-san. Anything else?
Okay, maybe one more thing. So some of you know and some of you may not know, but this year there's another contest, not the usual international or Japanese speech contest, but there's something called an evaluation contest. And the area and above contest will be sometime this autumn, probably October. We haven't set the date yet, but if anyone is going to participate from our club, we need to decide well, who. So if there's more than one, we can have a contest or some practice session to decide at the club level, and that should be done probably during the month of September. But we'll let you know when the area contest is. So just wanted to let you know that this is going to be happening. Miyawaki-san, did you want to add anything to that?
No, that's perfect. Probably we have to use the second meeting of September for if we have several contestants. So yeah.
Okay, so Miyawaki-san, how many? It's only one contestant per language.
Oh, okay. How many clubs do we have in
It
this
depends
area?
on how many clubs. So if it's
4.
this area is 4. So
Okay, so
actually
two.
it's two.
We can send two to our area.
Yeah, it's the same as the usual contest.
Okay, so 2 English contestants and 2 Japanese contestants.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes. So this is an evaluation contest. So there's not much preparation that you can do other than to practice evaluations. And it's a little bit like what we did today with the round robin. So you all evaluate the same speech. So there'll be one model speaker or test speaker who does a speech. And then the contestants, they're allowed to take notes during the speech, right?
During the speech, yes. And 5 minutes will be given after the speech.
To think about what you want to say. And then you're taking into a separate Zoom
The breakout room
so that you don't hear the other evaluations as they're being made. And then each person goes out into the main room and does their evaluation. So that's what the evaluation contest is about. So it's very different from preparing for a normal, speech contest where you practice your own speech. You could theoretically just don't prepare anything and just go and try, So it's improvisation, right? So anyone can join, and also there's no restriction as to how far you are in your pathways, right, for this contest.
No educational requirement.
So you can
I'd like,
yes, Kasiya-san.
I'd like to try if there is no course qualification required.
Oh, of course. So that's the idea. So I think as Stefano comes back to Japan, we'll have we'll send out communication to make sure anyone who wants to. Well, first of all, we find out who wants to join, who wants to participate, and then if there are more than 2 for each language, which I doubt, but it's possible, then we have to come up with a way to select the 2. So maybe we'll have a mini session. We don't have to call it a contest, but a session to decide and vote. Just vote and decide who is the best 2 evaluators, and have something like that. So I think so we'll speak. I think Stefano will discuss how to organize this.
Yeah, I can send out a Google form this week to ask for members to express their interest. Yeah. Thank you, Stefano. Yeah.
And I mean, just for your info, myself, Miyawaki-san, and Stefano are all not eligible because we're all
district
officers this year. So even if we wanted to, we cannot. So we're not qualified, but the rest of you can. And for the guests, if you join, you can be in the contest right away if you join in time. Okay. All right. So that's the evaluation contest. Araki-san.
Okay, thank you. So now I'd like to ask short comments from our guests tonight. So maybe to start with Mr. Nailin, can we have your comments?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me today in this meeting. Actually, I am excited to join as a guest to a foreign Toastmaster club. But I feel like the club members are really welcoming to the guest, and then they also offer the opportunities to participate in the meeting, such as like by giving the chance to participate in the debate topic session, and I really appreciate for that. And again, like I also has to learn a lot, especially like how should I got improved in the future by listening like the feedbacks and comments from the evaluator, and then it also helped me a lot to learn and to improve and next time again and then I also has really like that the class members are really enthusiastic and energetic regarding improving their public speaking and communication skill. And I also has to learn a lot, and definitely it will help me a lot in my current job and future career development. And hopefully I'm also looking forward to join again next time. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Nelly-san, for participating all the way from Yangon. It's good to have you. So please join us again. Okay, so next Toastmaster Tokuo-san, can we have a short comment?
Thank you so much, Lisa. First of all, Naito-san, thanks so much. I spend enjoying the time. Also, I not compare, but my Toastmaster pioneer is a different one, the Midtown Toastmaster. I think that another way is a very good Toastmaster, different atmosphere. They're really different. However, I enjoy the Midtown Toastmasters. Also, all the members are high skillful person. This is good. Every person speaks English very well. Oh, this is good Toastmaster club. Also, the Pioneers Japanese English club. That is sometimes English, sometimes Japanese. Then the atmosphere very different. Then I enjoy this Toastmaster club. Thanks so much. That's all. Thank you. Back to you, Lee-san.
Okay, Ria-san seems to be maybe. Can you hear Ria-san? Cannot hear your voice.
Sorry, I think I had a trouble with my connection. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So thank you, Tokuo-san, for a comment. So it's good to have someone from another Toastmasters club. It's good to have a fresh air.
Thank you.
For the last guest, Mr. Anindya, thank you for coming on. Can we have your comments?
Thank you very much, Rie-san, for having me here. So basically, thank you again, Naito-san, for the chance. I think today it is very interesting Toastmasters event because first there was a very interesting guest from Scotland. It is very far, and he's also the champion of the speech, right? So it is very fresh for me personally because I can hear how he speaks, how he think, how he comments like that. So I think it is very valuable for me. And then again, probably same as what Tokuo-san said, everyone here is quite masters, quite mastering their topics, and everyone has really good English skills. So it is very good for me to learn everything from everyone. And as Nay also explained here, probably there's a lot of things that I need to improve by learning from everyone, especially the timing of the speech, also the contents of the speech, the expression of the speech, and finally it is about the I think how we make progressive and good comments for other people. So I really love the speech from Stefano because he mentioned that we are mentors at the same time we're proteges. So probably this is something that I can learn a lot from everyone here. Sometimes we have to be able to mentor other people. Sometimes we have to be able to comment, and at the same time we have to be able to learn from different perspectives. So this is amazing, and I would love to join. I think, yeah. Thank you for the chance.
Oh,
Yay.
Thank
yay.
you for your fantastic comments, and please join our club. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for attending today's meeting, and I'd like to call the 156th meeting adjourned.
Follow up. Follow.
Shall we take a photo?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, photo. Okay.
Yeah.
Photo
So
time.
if we can use the usual T sign for Tokyo Midtown. Okay, just a second. Cheese. There we go. Okay, you're good. Okay, Araki-san.
Okay, thank you everyone. So have a good rest of the evening. So see you again next month.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
中村さん、ありがとう。